Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time for the grand finals of the Marvel Rival Championship Series Season 0. We are in Asia and we are on PC. It's the grand finals, a best of 7. Coming in from the upper bracket, it is Invincible on your left. And coming in from the lower bracket, it is going to be Marv2lRiva1s. We're going to be calling them Marvel Rivals or MR Pro. Just try to keep it simple, because their name is certainly not making it easy when it's the name of the game. Namor going to be taken out by Marvel Rivals, very similar to their lower bracket finals run. Going to see the Adam Warlock getting protected here by Invincible. They've also taken out the Doctor Strange. Going to be locking in the Bruce banner. This opens up for Iron Man compositions, but we have lost that Maelstrom there. A radioactive Maelstrom from Invincible, banning out the Star-Lord. Great combo with that Adam Warlock. Now we will see the Iron Man banned out as well to prevent the other flying assassin team-up combo. Or do Invincible feel comfortable playing it themselves? Do they just commit to this? They ban out the Hela, so we're likely going to be seeing Iron Men popping up for both teams here. No Limit immediately jumping on to the Hawkeye. In fact, so is Cadia. These two teams very similar. There is ASDFD going to be the Iron Man for their team. No Iron Man at all for Invincible. They have Hawkeye and they have Psylocke, two heroes who can actually go toe-to-toe with an Iron Man quite effectively. But the tanks may not be as comfortable. Chopper looking at the Venom for now as their second tank. We'll see if they commit to that. For now, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about my throat. I have been casting solidly for about 3 days to try and get these casts done before the replays disappear into the void, because I am a solo crew and I can't just rotate through casters to get it done. I still have all of Europe to do after this, and I have an appointment tomorrow, so it's going to be potentially quite a late night. Introducing, on the left, Invincible, with our Incredible Hulk, Happy 2. On the Psylocke, Cadia is going to be playing the Hawkeye. Neko 2 will be playing the Magneto. We then have a Mantis and a Lunar Snow. Unfortunately, names I cannot read. I am English and uncultured. On the right, on the attack, Marv2lRiva1s, Marvel Rivals, MR Pro, ASDFD, playing the Iron Man. No Limit on the Hawkeye. Felix going to be bringing out the Lunar Snow, already getting hit by an arrow. Fun. We'll be bringing out their Incredible Hulk. YouTube Domi will be bringing out the Mantis, and NLE Chopper will be busting out the Magneto. The attack being set up by MR Pro. So they will try to pressure up, getting a little knocked back. Chopper taking the damage, but their team is here. They are holding. They are tanking very effectively. ASDFD was picked off here, as Happy has taken control of the high ground and is trying to whittle away, trying to take out No Limit, which they do. Happy is a terrifying Psylocke. We saw it banned out in their previous series, sorry. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw that again. Taken back to the high ground. ASDFD, though, this time gets the drop onto Happy 2. Going to be starting to siege onto that backline. Relocating. Maximum Pulse, right off the bat, takes a lot of damage, but is able to snipe out Cadia. Trying to get a little bit of extra damage, but the Fate of Both Worlds will protect them onto the backline. The Unbreakable Guard will be coming in from the Hulk on the point to buy them that little bit of extra time. They do get taken out, though. Fun. Pops back into banner form. As Happy 2 does the butterfly, trying to melt through the rest of that backline, but not able to finish anyone else off. No Limit, currently the only one to fall, but Invincible, they will still be holding it tier 1 currently. Reminder, this is a best of 7. It's a long series, potentially. Chopper getting whittled down as Happy 2 retreats to the air. Cadia continuing to ping away, trying to take out those front lines here. A lot of damage is being dealt. Meteor M did come in, No Limit. With that Hunter's Sight, trying to just work through those backliners. He's getting some good damage onto Lunasoma, but Lunasoma taking out Chopper. ASDFD is down as No Limit is being forced to back up here. Landing some good damage. Cadia with their own Hunter's Sight, trying to push forward, trying to set themselves up. Getting good damage onto the retreating members, but not enough to get any KOs here. Excuse me, a little bit of calm. As we're seeing the regroup out of Marvel Rivals. Resetting themselves. A lot of damage coming in from ASDFD on the flank. Fun back into Hulk form as Cadia getting chased all the way back here. Is healed up very quickly though. ASDFD looks like they're looking for a flank. They have that Invincible Pulse Cannon. Rotating in from behind. Maximum Pulse is absorbed by the Meteor M. ASDFD forced to back out as KR. No Limit taken out here. Lunasoma with the fate of both worlds, allowing the team to tank through, but here comes the dance of the butterfly to try and melt through that backline. ASDFD takes out Cadia. Happy 2 looking to try and get rid of that Iron Man, but unable to land the final hits. They're able to dash away. The mobility of Iron Man, the thing that makes them one of the strongest characters. Happy 2 maximizing their damage output. Invincible trying to hold this at the first point as we are on to overtime. 2 members from Marvel Rivals Pro have gone down already. Chopper going to be the next to fall, and it looks like we will be seeing Invincible getting the hold on point number 1, trying to take out Iron Man as well. They get it, and Happy 2 gets that cleanup, and it's not a single point, just 94 meters. Invincible with a very strong start at this early stage. Can they beat that distance? Composition-wise, currently sticking with exactly the same. Happy 2. Excuse me. Not yet locking in the Psylocke. So they could be considering perhaps a switch out. Same with ASDFD. Could be swapping from that Iron Man. Which they do. They swap to the Psylocke. Are we just going to see a comp swap here? Because otherwise, the teams are identical. Happy 2, what have you got in store for us?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
They do, in fact, pick up the Iron Man. So the team's literally just swapping drafts here. Will that result in a swapped setup, in swapped pushes? We will have to see as we are loading in. Don't think that will make it out the door, but cool to see. There we go, last second swap, giving up on the Iron Man. Happy 2 going back to Psylocke, so no Iron Man in this game. Happy 2 poking away, already doing some solid damage here. Cadia, a little bit trapped inside the building here, just trying to get the right angles, trying to find anyone. Sees the Hulk, little bit of damage dealt, but nothing too extreme. No Limit has control of the high ground though. Trying to remove these attackers and win the arrow duel.
Bad guys won't like this.
Hulk up to the high ground, but they have their own protection here. Indestructible guards being dropped, sending them back into banner form. and we will likely see Kania actually getting picked off. Down goes the Bruce Banner. No Limit picking up the double KO. Even trading back and forth there, looking for a Psylocke, as No Limit popping off here on this defense. Finding yet another. No Limit, one of the strongest Hela players now on this Hawkeye, doing insane damage. Back up to the high ground, finds the flanking Psylocke, picks them off in the 1v1. No Limit is a legitimately scary player with just how good they are. Pulling back to the rest of their team, once again, back up to the high ground with the double jump. Sees a little bit of counter shots coming in from Kania. Kania, big Namor fan here, but not going to get to pick it up yet as they are picked off again by No Limit. ASDFD took out the Bruce. And No Limit playing up here, trying to chase down the weakened members. Checking their back. They're always a little bit afraid. Worried that Psylocke will wrap around. They've got the map awareness here. Hulk in the front line, trying to get into that back line. Gonna take down Fun, try and knock him in here. Dance of the Butterfly coming out from ASDFD, doing some amount of damage, but Happy Two's gonna get the pickup onto No Limit. Chopper takes out Kania though with the Meteor M. Counter from Happy Two now with the Dance of the Butterfly as well, trying to melt through that front line, but a fade of both worlds is gonna keep it held. Happy Two with the pressure, trying to just work him down. No Limit coming back, making their way in. Happy Two to the high ground. Needs to stay away from Fun as Fun is being very aggressive here. The car being held 1 minute to go when the cars are almost equal distance. No Limit coming in with the Hunter's Sight. Trying to just melt through the Hulk, but the Hulk getting into the Hulk smash form. They're able to hold it. Takes out Chopper. And Invincible on the attack here with 4, 5. Let's make it 6 members being taken down. Invincible. They exceed the distance and they will take map number 1. Coming in from the upper bracket. Invincible taking the lead. Looking to become your first ever Eternal Legends Marvel Rivals Championship champions. This is the goal of all the teams. We've already had our first North American. In fact, well, obviously you guys know I am in the future currently. I'm not casting them live on the days that the games came out because, again, I don't have multiple casters to rotate through. I can only do so many a day solo on my own, and also there's only so many hours in the day. So if it's not as if you're enjoying, drop a subscription, drop a like. I have ads now, so turn your ad blocker off, I guess. That would be helpful. I only throw them in between the transitions, in between the games, and I think YouTube throws them at the start as well. So if you don't mind, maybe stick them on. These games are like 2 hours long, so maybe give yourself a little break. Go get a snack while the ads run. Just enjoy yourselves. Also, if you want to see the games early, if you wanted to see this game a day early, you could have become a member on my YouTube by hitting that join button, and you would have got access to this replay a day early. And I will continue to do that as long as I have replays to cast. And as long as I am, available. If I'm not in the country, that might become difficult. But I'm trying my best, y'all. For now, stats-wise, 18k damage blocked, dwarfed by Fun and by Chopper with 24k. Really blocking out that damage number here. We're seeing 15k for Happy 2. We saw that very clearly, that they had a very strong performance, really finding the right angles, getting the pickups when needed. Big shout out to No Limit though. Only 9k damage, but they picked up 5 eliminations. A lot of them in that final round. ASDFD, 8 eliminations. That is the top in the game. And finally healing, 23k. Going to be won out by Phoenix on that Lunar Snow. Only followed a little bit behind by the Lunar Snow from the side of Invincible. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be game number 1. I will be back shortly with game number 2 in this grand final. We are here for round number 2 in Hall of Jalia. It is Convergence, and Marvel Rivals Pro will be taking the first ban here. Invincible up 1-0 in this best of 7. Namor going to be taken out once again. Remove that favorite from Cadia. Doctor Strange going to be removed in exchange. Chopper is a insanely good Strange, so that's not too surprising here. Banner going to be protected again. MR Pro. This time they protect the Hela. No Limit is a crazy good Hela, so it's not too surprising to see that getting secured this time. If there is an Iron Man in play, then that hit scan hero might be able to just pop them out of the sky nice and quickly. Hawkeye taken out of action this time. Cadia was doing some good work. No Limit was doing some good work, but they've already got a couple heroes that No Limit plays exceptionally well. Invincible. They've set themselves up for the Iron Man play, if they wish to do it. But do they commit? No, they take out the Star-Lord. This time with the Adam Warlock sneaking through the bad phase, they're going to take Star-Lord off the map. So we're not going to be seeing any Adam Warlocks by the looks of it. Looks like we're going for Lunar Snow and Mantis. Classic Asia startup here. And Magneto and the Incredible Hulk. Even without that team-up bonus, they still seem to enjoy that as the combo. 2 of the characters with shields that just block damage straight up. So there's a lot of value there. These comps seemingly mirrors of each other. We'll see if there is any adjustment as we head on in to round number 2. Defense for Invincible at the start. MR Pro going to be on attack. Let's have a look at the defensive positions by Invincible. How do they choose to play it? They're going to play far up on the high ground to stop people wrapping in, or on the low ground. Just protect the point, make sure there's a body there. Nico, currently, the only one on the low ground, going to be pushing up very far here. There we go, heading through the inside building. Not going to be running directly into the enemy base, even though you could get a little bit of scouting that way. Not worth the risk. Taking out the side bridge, preventing that full wraparound. I like it. In fact, they're just trying to take out all the bridges. Chopper sailing on in. Map objective actually doing a little bit of damage to Nico there. They need to back out a little. Couple shots being traded. As a reminder, we do get that little bit of stutter just due to the fact that I am in the UK and these games were played in Asia. Therefore, for some reason, the replay system does not like me. Nico getting locked down. Twice there, the double stun with the radioactive lockdown into the Lunar Snow Freeze. Tanking through as best they can. They've got lots of healing from their team, trying to knock back Fun. Playing it safe, buying time, ASDFD. Returning into the battle here. Fun. Locked down, but the Hulk from Invincible is also starting to lose quite a lot of health here. No Limit. Pigging away. They have a bit of a higher ult charge right now as Fun takes out the Mantis on the backline. No Limit. Up to 75 ult charge, drops low, forced to get out of there. Cadia picked off with 63% ult charge, as it looks like Marvel Rivals will be able to push on in and take the first point, activating that Bast statue. And sniping No Limit, showing why Hela is banned against them often, as they are just picking up bodies right now. Elimination after elimination. Night Sword Thorn. Just not missing, hitting every shot there. The Astral Flock to rotate up to the high ground. Descending down to the low ground. Make sure they don't get into too much trouble. They have that Hell's Descent. They can control that rotation if they wish. Meteor M coming in from Chopper. Sending it in, but it does not find too much value. Fate of both worlds. Coming in, Dance of the Butterfly. For the side of ASDFD, trying to just work people down, but Invincible is tanking through with that Fate of both worlds. Nico with the Meteor M of their own. This time finds a target, gets Felix and Dobby. And Invincible, this time they will be the ones with the stronger team fight. They take the defense. Down goes No Limit to Happy, who chases all the way in, and they're able to pick up Chopper as well. Down into Banner. Will they try and stagger the elimination? Right now, they're literally just ignoring Fun. So they're just going to let him stay as Banner. Not going to risk chasing them while their team is respawning. No Limit did burn the Goddess of Death in that last fight. Cadia still hanging on to theirs. They have two big team fight abilities for the next push of MR Pro with Happy 2, having that Dance of the Butterflies as well. Lots of damage coming in onto Cadia, but they're still just pinging away. Dance of the Butterflies coming out from Happy, trying to melt through, but there's too much tankiness from the Incredible Hulk here. YouTube Dobby got that little bit of extra protection in with the Soul Rejuvenation as Goddess of Death is immediately popped, removed from the board. Kept them alive for a little bit longer. Happy to trying to get the right angles, trying to get onto Fun to take out the Hulk, which they do using the map boost, which is giving them all a little bit of floating ability to set themselves up. They take out Dobby, take out Fun, and Invincible crush on through, get one more elimination, finishing off Chopper as well. That's going to be a full team wipe as Happy 2 continues to dominate, and Invincible hold the defensive spot. Great radioactive lockdown, allowing Happy 2 to get another finish. Happy 2. Happy to what? Happy to take a win? Happy to take your life? Happy to take your points? Happy to take your prize money? Because all of the above seem to be true. As Happy 2 pokes away, ASDFD has their Dance of the Butterfly, and as such, just flanking around the side. They are spotted. Meteor M from Nico. It is absorbed, is dodged. Chopper with their own. Nico takes out Dobby. Happy in with the Dance of the Butterfly, trying to take out that front line, but they are tanking through it. Just too much to absorb. Hella coming in with the Goddess of Death, zoning out the backline, but the healing output too much. No Limit, not getting popped out of it too quickly this time, but still not able to find any eliminations. Dance of the Butterfly from ASDFD, got a little bit of damage, but finally able to finish someone off. They take out Cadia and the Bruce Banner. ASDFD pushing forward onto Nico, who is taken out. Both Hulks popping back in as MR Pro continuing to push up. ASDFD dropping low. There was a bit of a delay coming in there. Down they go as Cadia on the flank. The cart almost there. Moving in with the Astral Flock to try and get the right angle. Goddess of Death. Good damage output, but everyone is tanking through this thanks to the Soul Rejuvenation of the Loki. Not the Loki, the Mantis. Cadia getting stunned out, but it's still getting good damage here. Cadia pinging away. Dance of the Butterfly coming out from Happy, but it's immediately being blocked by the Fate of both worlds, barely keeping ASDFD alive, and YouTube Dobby also dropping low. No Limit getting dove by Happy, showing how terrifying the Psylocke can be. Meteor M, Nico getting some good damage as we're heading towards that overtime. 2 seconds remaining. One member down already for MR Pro, and no one can step onto the point. 1 and 103 meters. A slight improvement on last time. Making it a little harder for Invincible to get a repeat of map number 1. Composition-wise, again, no Iron Man. Dominant showings in so many of the previous games. It's just let through this time. And both teams decide, no thank you. Psylocke and Hela will be their damage of choice. Although ASDFD hesitating here. Might swap off that Psylocke. Nope, gonna stick with it. Invincible on the attack now.
30 seconds before you attack.
Getting a little bit of the classic support tech. Dropping in that BRB. Gives your team some shields so that they go in with just a little bit of extra tankiness. A jetpack if they need them. And then you swap to a Luna Snow or a Mantis, someone who moves fast, so that you don't lose any gaps behind your teams. The shields remain for a little bit, meaning that they are able to get a little bit of value from it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Team comes in, a little protected.
Securing the mission area is your top priority.
Not going to be running the Jeff version of this, where you play Jeff the Land Shark right as the gate opens, speed boost your team with bubbles, and then swap to Mantis to catch up with that extra movement speed.
Feel better, fight better.
But Invincible keeping it simple. Nico pushing up. Making their way onto the point. Hulk diving in, trying to cause some grief for the defenders, but not able to get onto them. Cadia trading, but the Magneto blocking so many of the hits. They're still getting good damage with ASDFD. Surprise Hulk from behind. They're just going to let him sleep, let him nap so that they can keep pushing. Continuing to push in. Their own Hulk getting popped off here. Radioactive lockdown onto Cadia as they are getting picked off. And MR Pro dominant defense this time. If they can repeat that for 3 more minutes, then they are looking good to even up the score here. Fun, fun. They're actually taking a little bit of map damage here. I'm curious if there's some strategy here of taking the map damage and healing up, raising the ult charge of the supports. I'll have to do some testing on that. That, or they're just having fun. A little bit of damage. Down they go. Happy too. Once again, finding no limit. Who are the best damage dealers, best duelists in the league, but they are still just trading back and forth here. Chopper tanking through, shielding onto that Luna Snow who drops the fate of both worlds onto the point. As Chopper only jumping onto the point when it's absolutely necessary, basically acting as a bit of a damage support when needed. Leave that to the Hulk when needed. Dance of the Butterfly. We are also seeing the Goddess of Death in the sky from Cadia, but they are pumped out of it. No limit, holding on to theirs. Meteor M from Chopper, able to take out Felix. No limit, takes to the sky. Big damage output, trying to just take down those frontliners, which they do. And Marv2lRiva1s are again holding on. They force back the attackers after only a single point is gained. And they hold this, but a point was gained. Only 2 more, and they'll be able to try and just go for distance. As right now, Marv2lRiva1s, they are still sitting pretty. Hulk coming in, taking a lot of damage, gets the shield, gets undercover. Trying to get into the backline. Cause grief, cause a distraction, getting frozen here, pops the Hulk smash to tank through, give their team a distraction, buy some time here. Getting good damage output, takes out No Limit, having a rough time here, getting focused down. That's a second onto Dobie, and this time Invincible snowballing through. They take out Chopper as well, and that is going to be the Statue of Bast being activated. No way that MR Pro can defend this. Nice job there by the Hulk of Invincible. Charging forward immediately. Keep them away from the cart. Keep them in base. Buy time. Give time for your team to catch up. Now going to be wrapping around the inside. That their team has taken their spot. A bit of map heal. Finds Fun. Gets immediately stunned out here. No Limit. Takes out Happy 2 in the continuation of their duel. ASDFD on the wraparound, trying to find any targets they can. Cadia would be a great choice there. Forced to back away. Cadia continues to send shots downrange. Great Hella skin, by the way. Looks menacing. I enjoy. Pressuring up, happy. Has that Dance of the Butterfly, as does ASDFD. Trading shots back and forth, takes a lot of damage, needs the healing, will get some. Fun into Hulk Smash, deep into the backline, Fate of Both Worlds to keep the team alive through that initial engage. Felix with the Fate of Both Worlds as the counter. Oh, the shutdown is ASDFD going to be dropping the Dance of the Butterfly of their own. Happy to drop down to their final hit of health there. They do some counter damage, but it's completely absorbed. Meteor M's being dropped from Chopper. No Limit taking out Madness. ASDFD takes out Cadia. Invincible. The numbers are falling as we're going to see MR Pro get yet another hold with almost a minute to go. 1 minute and 12 seconds to get 78 meters currently, so that's going to be 37 meters. Get some caster math there. Do not feel confident about it. That's the rule number 2 of casting. Don't do caster math. You can't commentate and think at the same time sometimes. Oh. Gonna be going with the Indestructible Guard. Nico with the Meteor M, but it is absorbed. Hulk Smash coming out to buy time. And once again, last time they dropped this, they were able to push in and get the victory on the first point. The cart moves. Who can make it? Chopper onto the point, but Hulk is deep in there, causing damage. Nico getting frozen out there, and they're pushed off the point. Nicely done. Marv2lRiva1s Pro. Evening up the score here. Sorry, that was Invincible. Taking the lead, sorry, 2-0. I cannot read today, apparently. Invincible taking the lead in the series, 2-0. 15 eliminations for Happy. Continuing to show that they may well just deserve that MVP. As they are doing work. 38k damage blocked by FunFun. 41k healing as once again Felix showing up for their team. Felix and FunFun, Chopper, all doing great work for their team right now. But they just can't seem to bring it together as Invincible move up in the series. It's a best of 7, so still plenty of games to go. As I'm going to head to a quick break where I'm going to take a drink. And we'll be back with map number 3. Invincible are up 2-0. MR Pro need to get back into this series. Namor, Doctor Strange, all very familiar stuff so far. Invincible securing the Bruce banner. MR Pro, they continue to secure the Hella. Not too surprising here. No Limit has been absolutely popping off. Hawkeye taken out. Another quite scary hero that's been sneaking its way in. Stuck into game 1, banned out game 2 and 3. Wolverine taken out as we are on Hell's Heaven, a domination map where Wolverine can really get value. I don't know how serious this is because No Limit, the damage dealer, is currently on Namor. Sorry, not Namor, on Adam Warlock. That is a triple healer comp. Marv2lRiva1s. What kind of creativity have you got for us today? Star-Lord, by the way, sneaking through the bans. We'll see if these compositions make it out of the base. As we do have, without an Adam Warlock, we do have the Star-Lord and the Mantis. If this was one of the other teams, we might see that this Lunar Snow getting replaced by the Adam Warlock to get those revives. Here comes the shields from both teams, in fact, this time.
Are you, like, really the goddess of the underworld?
And MR Pro, No Limit, is holding on the Adam Warlock. This is so interesting.
The battle starts in 5.
If you stand still for a couple seconds, it could be indicative of a quick swap. Standing still. No! They're doing it! Jeff rollout as well. It's the triple heal comp for MR Pro to get themselves back into this series. And No Limit has brought the Adam Warlock. One of the higher damage supports. If you can land those cosmic clusters, your damage output really starts to stack up. Invincible getting stunned down a little bit there. The healing output, though, is no surprise. Absolutely mental. ASDFD is going to be someone we're going to be want to watch here, because what happens when they get dove, when they have 3 healers? Down goes Cadia. They win the first duel. They get a little bit of damage, but they're with their team. Point currently being held by MR Pro. They are pushing through this. This is weird. We've seen a team try a triple healer in the past. No Limit goes down, but they do have that cocoon to bring themselves back. We've seen a triple healer from teams in the past, but it did not really work. This time, MR Pro, it's working at this first early stage. Here's DFT pinging away, Hulk into the backline with the Unbreakable Guard, but the healing output, the shielding from their own Hulk, from Fun, as they just dive past the Hulk, trusting their healing. Here comes the Goddess of Death onto the backline, but the Fate of both worlds allows them to tank through, and they turn it round. Nico with the Meteor M counter from Chopper. Neither team able to pick up any eliminations there. ASDFD is down, meaning there's no damage dealers for MR Pro, but they don't care. They take out Cadia. They now have to tank through the Dance of the Butterfly coming in from the side of Happy 2, which they do, holding down the line. The tankiness, the healing is just so high right now. 62%. Currently, for MR Pro, another pickup for Chopper. They're playing out of their mind this game. Taking out the banner. Pushing on to Happy 2, forcing them back. Getting yet another. MR Pro. Smashing through 81% on the first section of Hell's Heaven. They are in such a good position right now. 91%, 92%. Who's going to be the one on the point? Hulk going to be jumping on for the contestant. In fact, both Hulks will be making their way onto the point. Fun. Going to be the main body. Overtime. Getting ticked. Hulk smash, but immediately slept out here as Invincible are fighting onto the point with their own Hulk. Trying to keep that overtime ticking. Stay moving. Protection with the Unbreakable Guard. Holding the line, but down they go into Puny Banner. Who is left to contest it? The answer is no one. MR Pro just dominated with a triple support composition. Oh my god. Do they stick with it? What do you do about that? Do Invincible adjust? What's the counter here? Fun is going to be the Rocket Raccoon to give their team that BRB.
30 seconds before you attack.
Ah, here's the assumed solution. Kadia. Looking at that Black Panther. Standing still, so might choose to swap off it. If the enemy team is going to be grouped up and healing, why don't I just hit everyone at once? As hard as I can. And Black Panther is the solution they have chosen for that. As MR Pro, they are sticking with this 2-1-3 composition. We're going to stick on board with Kadia here. See if it makes a difference. Going up to the high ground. Finds Fun. A little bit of damage, but just rotating for now. Going to waste that damage boost from the Mantis. That's the point. Being rotated onto by MR Pro. Kadia with the spin kick. Immediately getting sedated here. But they are attacking. They've got their team. They've got their healing. But look at the health bars of MR Pro. ASDFD, the only one who is even slightly low, who is dropping into the Goddess of Death. Healing coming up with a Soul Rejuvenation from Invincible to try and tag through as ASDFD is popped down into that on legs form again. Down goes Kadia. Invincible tagging through. Chopper sends out the Meteor M, snipes out the backline Mantis, but Chopper goes down. No limit though. Karmic Revival to keep them on the point. Their team is just too tanky. They've driven back Invincible, and they will start picking up that first capture percentage. Kadia sticking with this Black Panther. They have the Bast's Descent. Spirit Rend into Spinning Kick means they do still have the option. Of course, a Spear Toss. No limit with those Cosmic Clusters. Just try to pick anyone up. Just try to just drop damage. Zone people off the point. And a Warlock does really good damage. If left uncontested. Bast Descent counted immediately. MR Pro. They see a backline diver. They say those backline stocks are going down. And Sue's not even out yet. Pressure onto that backline. Neko dropping low. But already getting healed up by their team. Already up to 52%. Invincible. Where is the counter? Here comes the fate of both worlds as Hulk pushing in, trying to get onto that backline, trying to get onto those tanks. Kadia going to be moving in, trying to just work their way through. They get sedated again, though. Shut down ASDFD into the sky to try and work through those remaining members, and they push them all the way back through the door. Kadia is taken out. Lunar Snow dropping low. Stars of the Butterflies coming in from Happy 2. We're seeing quite a few pickoffs this time onto MR Pro, but Happy finally goes down again. The protection just too strong. Meteor M from Nico onto the backline, but does not find their target. Will get finished off by Fun. Chopper with their own Meteor M. No one left to use it on, though, as their team have already picked up the remainder of the KOs, and that was dominant. MR Pro, 2 maps down, they decide, you know what? You know what's not working? Damage. You know what's actually eliminating us? Damage. What if we fixed that? ASDFD taking the world on their back, becoming the Goddess of Death, picking up 10 final hits, 17 eliminations there. 14k damage. That's an entire Mantis more than Happy 2 on that Psylocke. The healing in the race, but no surprise, Lunar Snow is able to come out on top for both teams. No limit with the lowest in terms of the healing for the supports, but the highest in terms of the damage for any of the supports. Not too surprising. And of course, those revives exceptionally valuable. The score now is 2 wins to Invincible, 1 to MR Pro. Let's get ourselves set up for map number 4 in this best of 7 grand final for the Marv2lRiva1s Championship here in Asia. See you in a moment. Map number 4. Invincible have moved over to the right-hand side. MR Pro are on the left. As Invincible continue to ban out Chopper, taking away that Doctor Strange. And MR Pro, they continue to ban out Cadia, taking away the Namor. Cadia is currently hovering the Black Widow. Not so sure about that. Oh, interesting. MR Pro, they see what happened. They think perhaps we can adjust for it. One Yggdrasil path in his convoy. They have secured the Adam Warlock as Invincible. They are going to secure the Hawkeye. Third ban for Invincible. They're going to take out, sorry, their second ban. Third ban total. Going to take out the Mantis with the Adam Warlock in play. They can still now use Adam Warlock and perhaps the Star-Lord, but its value did just go down pretty hard. Keeping that healer alive, even if they get dove, is huge value. Hulk and Iron Man both just sneaking all the way through the ban set, not even being touched. MR Pro, they've decided, let's just run it back. And this time, they're maximizing revives their own way. Instead of going with the Adam Warlock reviving the Mantis, they are going to go with the Hela herself, reviving the Loki. I like the creativity. Very exciting. They are going to be on defense once again, running this triple healer composition. When your back's against the wall, when you're 2 maps down in the best of 7, they're willing to experiment, they're willing to try something new. In range of the BRB to get the armor, just going to wait for it to spawn out. Invincible. They're going to be dropping that Hawkeye and Hela combo. Nico going to be looking at the Penny Parker. Now, is that just for vision so that they can rotate up here to see what's going on? Because they do have the extra armor. There we go. Going to swap to the Magneto. I was about to say, Penny Parker on attack would be quite brave. Nico going to be tanking in the front line here. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of harassment. Nothing too serious yet. But with all that healing, can Invincible actually break through it? They have their own Loki this time as well. They've got Lunar Snow Loki. Going for that God of Mischief to take the fate of both worlds. Both of them most teams seem to be very much leading on that when Loki is in play. Locked down. Onto Nico, but Nico was continuing to tank. Just a look at the slow pace. They managed to make it this far, but now, right out in the open, MR Pro stand there, happy too, taken out by ASDFD. We will take a little bit of damage and get another stun onto Nico. But look at the health bars. MR Pro, they're just absorbing these hits currently. As ASDFD working through yet another one, finds Cadia and eliminates them with a couple shots to the head. Getting some good damage output, getting some good zoning potential. Up to the high ground, giving them the right angle to re-engage if they need to. Soul siphoned, but getting dropped a little low, forced to back out. Luckily, they have 3 healers, so it really does not matter as much. Cadia flying in, though, looking for the right angle, looking to try and pick someone off with this Hawkeye. This is a smart pick, honestly, with the team being so tanky. They want Hela and Hawkeye, people who can pick off people quickly to remove the opportunity of getting healed. Meteor M onto the defending members. Hela into the air, ASDFD, but they're picked down and sent back into their normal form right away here. Dobie taking the fate of both worlds, protecting the team. Same from the side of Invincible. Both of them just trying to tank their team through this. Meteor M from Chopper, trying to just get the damage onto anyone, but no one is going to. Finally, we will see Invincible picking up some eliminations, but no limit with the revive. The team is back, but they're all a little low on health. They have 3 healers, but they're getting kind of closed off into this choke point here. They've taken out Bruce. They push on back out of that area as Fun has been absorbing a lot of those hits. They're going to wait to the point. Chopper is charging back in as they miss the revive with the Captain America. Diving deep, pressuring. They want to hold this at point 1. With a minute to go, they want the fastest rollout speed as their priority. Getting damaged. They need healing, but the Hulk is causing pressure into the backline. Fun is ulting to push the pressure on. Meteor M from Nico looking for the captain. Look, Chopper able to tank it, but is getting focused down. Healing coming out with the fate of both wants to keep them standing. The tankiness is really strong from MR Pro, but Invincible are no slouches. They are holding themselves in these fights, and that is going to be a pickup onto Feelers. Nico goes down, but Domi goes down, and this Hulk may have single-handedly broken the defense of MR Pro, taking down the Adam Warlock there, and even chasing them, forcing them into full respawn, and we are going to see Invincible picking up the first stage. Nicely done. I did like the Chopper. Went for the fast rollout. They really just wanted to close this out as fast as they could. But Invincible saying absolutely not. We will ensure that you are forced to play this through. The Hulk really piling on the pressure here. Getting locked down. Lot of damage going on to that Hulk. Loki healing up the team as best they can.
I have many faces.
Quite a few shots being dropped here. Sticking with their 2-1-3 composition. Soul Siphon onto Cadia, allows them to land the headshot, but not able to get the finishing blow. Going all the way in here, deep into the front line so that they can get that Goddess of Death. ASDFD going to be popped out of that very quickly, but they're getting some pretty good damage out of it here. Trying to finish off Invincible and shut down this push here. In the meantime, Happy 2 has gone into the sky themselves and has a great angle on a huge clump up of MR Pro. But MR Pro are tanking through with the best they can with that Fate of Both Worlds, giving them the absorbing of the damage that they need. Cadia losing the Bruce banner. Cadia has that Hunter's sight, but not as much protection without that Hulk. Forced to back up. 1 minute remaining for Invincible. Pressuring as best they can. MR Pro. Hulk leaping in, trying to pressure that backline. And once again, we see the backline is forced to turn around and deal with Invincible's Hulk. They lock them down, heal up, but there's not a lot of space being gained here. What is this happening? Meteor M onto the backline. It is tagged by No Limit, but No Limit giving the best they can. Chopper, little bit of damage for the side of MR Pro as they push on through. They have that Karmic Revival. Need to make sure that No Limit stays alive for it, but they're attacking through as Invincible's push is being shut down. With Cadia down, Happy down, 6 seconds left. This may be the end of Invincible's push, meaning that we are at 84 meters. Overtime is going to be ticked. The Hulk looking to make their way in. That is a lovely Cosmic Cluster. They're going to try it, but it's too late at that stage. Get the Star-Lord at the end. 84 meters, 82 centimeters are what Marvel Rivals have to beat. MR Pro, do they triple heal on the attack as well? Yes, they do. They found a comp that works. They're going to run with it. Are there going to be any adjustments from the side of Invincible? Let's see what they go with here. They get themselves a Loki of their own, which means they'll probably pick up that Hela. There's a Groot for Happy too.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Oh, wow. I see. With triple healers, they've decided that seeing as they can't just burst through their healing, they're just going to outwall them, lock them down, stun them into submission. The reaction from Invincible is to buy time and win based on the distance they've already gained. They go for triple frontline. Happy 2 creating the wall for their team.
Get that vehicle to its destination.
And a little platform for them to hang out on. Forcing back Fun. This is a cool strategy by Invincible. I like it. Let's see if it's going to be enough to work through MR Pro's triple healer comp. Happy 2 taking damage, but they are absorbing, they are holding. Walls coming down, giving them a little bit of zoning potential. SDFD dropped low, but again, being healed up very effectively. Turns out we have 3 healers. Your healing output's good. Happy 2 pinging away. Walls to prevent wraparounds, try and split the team. If they can wall people away from their teammates, then there's less chance of them getting healed. Exactly like that, splitting the team in 2. They're doing their best, trying to set themselves up. They've taken out one, but No Limit already just reviving themselves. With the Adam Warlock Cocoon, Vader both worlds coming out, splitting the team with those Groot walls. The strategy is sound, but MR Pro are sticking together like glue. There's going to be the strangling prison though, but this damage isn't that high. ASDFD though, the main damage dealer, is going to be taken out. They've got the Fate of both worlds coming in from Dobby, trying to keep them upright as we see Cadia make their way into the sky. Chopper with the Meteor M is taking out the Lunar Snow, and MR Pro, despite getting caught in the Groot stun, they're still on this point. They're still tanking. They're still holding. Nico with the Meteor M onto the back line. Dobby is finally taken out. Fun rejoining the cause here as ASFD is doing good damage, getting blocked off by the Magneto. And while they did not exactly win the fight, Invincible did stop the cart. And that is the most important thing for them right now. A lot of damage coming out. ASDFD wrapping the long way around to get back to their team, but while they're doing that, their team is taking a little bit of damage. Fun back into that Hulk form. Good flag actually by ASFD here. ASDFD pushing on, trying to get onto Cadia. Not able to land any of the finishing hits. Invincible. This triple tag seems to be working out. Meteor M from Chopper, strangling Prison just to take out the flanking damage dealer. And that is huge, but Invincible, they've already lost their Loki. Happy 2 barely taking through fast, and the fate of both worlds coming in from Invincible.
Only 60 seconds left.
Felix
There they are.
pressuring in, healing as best as they can. Trying to keep this push going. Fun back into Hulk form once again. Both Lokis have that God of Mischief, so they can transform back in. These walls, extremely effective. The center statue going to get picked off. Making their way forward. They find Magneto on the flank. Here comes the Meteor M from Nico 2. Happy takes out Chopper. Fun is wiping out the Lunar Snow. Dobie, God of Mischief to take that fate of both worlds. Keeping the team topped up, keeping them healed, but getting charged in, forced to back up, trying to heal out Felix. No limit. They have the Karmic Revival, but they're going to hold onto it. But that was an incredible hold by Invincible. Hulk coming in, gets caught on the wall. Overtime, still going to get kicked though by Cadia, who heads up into that Goddess of Death. Immediately going to get picked off though, as AFDFD sieging down onto the defending point in the overtime. No limit. They have to pop it here. They may have to get that revival that they probably want to save for the next stage out, just to keep the team in it as the Hulk is pressuring in, causing damage. Overtime still ticking, but there's a lot of bodies on the board for Invincible. They're continuing to hold this with their maximum tankiness as Chopper yeets in, but Fun has taken out the Loki on the side of Invincible. That's going to be 3 members, about to be 4, as down goes Banner. And we're going to be seeing MR Pro with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to make their way in to that Tier 2. They've got to be 84 meters and 82 seconds, 82 centimeters. They have Karmic Revival. Is it going to be enough? Lot of shots coming in here from Invincible, but they are going to wrap around, regroup with the rest of the team. Sending them back. See, MR Pro, they could have tried to adjust into a Wolverine here. Try and just burn through the tanks that way, but they are just sticking with the extra healing. Here comes the Karmic Revival right off the bat, keeping them back, bringing Dobie back into the fight. Goddess of Death on the high ground, but Meteor M to eat through it, and ASDFD is forced back. Meteor M wipes out the back line, and that is going to be MR Pro in full retreat. Invincible wiping out the defense there. No limit. Tanking through for the moment. Keeping the team up. They try a straggling vibe, but they're forced off the point. They're able to make it in with 1 minute 15 to go. Was that a wraparound? I'm going to rewind this one a bit. Because they snuck in. It looked like they were completely zoned out there. We're going to go for a little cheeky rewind here. We're going to jump onto... Was it just overtime hit? Happened so fast. Yes, I know. Give me a second. No one's touching the point.
2, 2, 1.
Wait, no, they get beaten by 2. Hang on, where's the card? I think I'm just lost. I need to find someone who's on the card. Chopper, no limit. Oh, wait, fun. Nope. Wait, is that Dobie? The card is moving while all this is happening. Who is on it? Who is moving this card while this fight is happening? I gotta see. I know I'm burning a lot of time here, but I need to see who's moving this card. Okay, hang on. All right, we're pausing. We're actually burning more time here because Invincible. They're all here on this defensive point. There's the cart. Who's moving it? It's just moving by itself. Oh my god! Oh my god! They never touched it! Through all of that! Oh my god, so for people who don't know, the way that the carts work in this game is they will keep moving once they've been activated, even if no one is standing on them, unless the defending team stands on the cart uncontested, stand on the cart for a few moments, and then if you stand next to it together for a long enough time uncontested, then the cart will start to move backwards. No one on Invincible did that. They didn't stand on the cart. It just went in by itself. I mean, okay, I can show this properly. I need to remember. Okay, so hang on. Controllers, free camera is C. Okay. C. Okay, all right, we need to pause because there's no way I'm going to make it here fast enough here. How do I aim it? There we go. Cart's over here. There is no one on it. There's just no one on the cart. The team is over there, super far forward. Do they realize? They don't even realize. Loki turned around in the last second. That is unreal. They didn't touch the cart. Wow. Okay. Well, MR Pro. They even up the map score 2-2 as Invincible. Their lead has evaporated here. We're not even going to go over the stats because that was such an incredible finish that we had to literally go investigate it. I was so sure that they would have touched the cart. I didn't even consider the option that no one was standing on that cart. Someone surely standing on the cart, because surely Invincible would have stood on it long enough to deactivate it. But no, we've been bamboozled. And now we have a game number 5 on our hands in this best of 7 series. Be right back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm going to have a drink of some delicious cola. No sponsor, unless someone wants to sponsor me. Much love. See you all in a second. It is time for round 5. The score is 2-2 somehow. Marvel Rivals now on the left. Invincible now on the right. Triple Healer Comp has worked for MR Pro 2 games in a row now. But Invincible, they did look like they had the solution with that triple tank comp. We will never know if it was the actual solution due to what happened on that last map. Adam Warlock going to get secured once again. Doctor Strange, Namor, consistent removals here. I have questions. Is that a throwaway ban? Are they just saying, we don't have anything in particular we want to ban? So let's remove those earlier shields from the team. And Wolverine take it out. Now that's interesting. Wolverine dive onto backline could have been a solution for that triple healer composition. But Invincible certainly just having some fun being creative at this point. Marv2lRiva1s, they take out the Hawkeye. Even though they were able to push through it in that last matchup, they've decided against seeing it again. Are we going for the triple? No, we're going back to base. Nope, never mind. We are going with, once again, the 2-1-3. Rocket Raccoons being secured. Not seeing any particular reason currently why Invincible would secure the rocket. Unless they are also about to do, without practice, or at least without practice in this series, the 2-1-3. I suspect that this is likely just going to be for the shields, but they saved it. Surely the save is just a throwaway. Just a, we don't want to lock in anything that you guys could use. We don't want to give away anything for our strategy. Here is someone been underperforming a little bit in terms of competitive play. Ironically, nearly a 100% inclusion rate in the grand finals, but with 0 eliminations, 0 deaths. Yes, they are. Invincible. If you can't beat it, join it. Triple support, triple strategist for Invincible. So we make our way in. MR Pro getting stunned out there. Radioactive lockdown. Little bit of lockdown, quick knockback. Making sure that they are safe and protected. Objective is active, and currently, MR Pro have a body. Same as Invincible, though, as both Hulks make their way on. That's front line for both teams. Creeping in as the healers are just dueling in the backline. Happy 2 versus ASDFD. Tanking as hard as they can right now. Hulk up onto the high ground. ASDFD is the first to fall as Cadia is able to pick up that elimination. Cadia usually another one of the damage dealers. This time on the Mantis, one of the higher damage supports here. Chopper taking a lot of DPS this time, but they are taking through. Fate of both worlds is active as they try to push back the members of Invincible. Hulk smash from Fun to try and push them off the point. Mirrored from Invincible. Meteor M came out from Nico. No Limit was isolated and picked off, but they have that cocoon back in the fight, and they're just about to get Karmic Revival. Can use it if they wish to, as ASDFD already falling in that fight. They're holding on to it as much as they need to for the moment, as Happy 2 takes to the sky, takes out Domi, the goddess of death. Seizes control. They've got the angle now, they've got the position. Here comes the Karmic Revival from the side of MR Pro, trying to get the team back in, but No Limit can't get to Chopper to get them revived, so there's still going to be a member down. They protect as best they can. They protect, they delay, they try. They've lost their Lunar Snow, but Karmic Revival from Invincible as the counter. ASDFD looking a little low in terms of hit points there, trying to force themselves to get out of danger as they went into that Goddess of Death themselves. Neither team has any percentage yet. Finally, MR Pro, with a little bit more practice with this strategy by the looks of it, they are going to be the ones to start getting the percentage. Dropping down below, sniping onto Cadia. The cocoon is available, so they will be able to rejoin if they wish. As they retreat, Hulk smash. Coming out from Invincible, buying the extra time, trying to chase the team down, but they retreat very safely, very effectively. Shots coming in. Invincible, they're sticking with it. Copying the strategy verbatim. A lot of damage. That Hulk getting dropped down, but again with 3 healers. Able to tag through. Nico dropping low. Here comes the healing from Dobby as they go for that Soul Rejuvenation. Mirrored from Invincible, but with the fate of both worlds. Hela into the air, trying to take out those backliners, but the protection from the healing is just too strong. Happy trying to do the same on the other side, but finds no pickups. Finally going to be able to take out 1, 2. No limit. Going to cocoon themselves back into the battle. But their team already has lost 2 members. Can they keep the rest up? Dobby goes down. Chopper holding the point. Happy too. The main damage dealer for Invincible has been taken out. Karmic Revival for Invincible. Meteor M! Trying to take out the backline, but they find nothing. And it looks like we're going to see MR Pro forced off the point here. Meteor M for Nico to try and lock them down. They take out Felix on the backline. And finally, we will see Invincible taking control. Nico pushing the rest of the way in, ensuring that no one is able to take the advantage. He's stunned out a little bit here, but they have the tankiness. They've got 84% to catch up to. They're on 24 themselves. Nico doing the absolute best. No Limit does have that Karmic Revival. Supports in this game, the strategists are no joke. That damage output really working Nico down. Karmic Revival already coming out from No Limit, but ASDFD does not get revived. They can't get into range here. Marvel Revivals. That's what they're trying to run with here, but they don't get as many as they would like, meaning Invincible now have the chance to turn this round and force them off the point. 58%. Popping into that Hulk form. They're trying to force back Nico. Meteor M to buy them some time, getting good damage, but immediately healed up. The tankiness of both teams is so hard to burst through right now. They're both just trying to find the right angle. ASDFD is getting dropped down. Happy coming back from spawn. ASDFD working their way onto that Magneto, but where is their front line? Popping into the Goddess of Death. Trying to take out the healers. They get Cadia. They find Happy too on the flank, who goes with the Ascent, going into that Goddess of Death. Trying to take him out. Trying to pop him down into that 1-foot form. Again, forced to dash away. Needs the healing of the team. And no! Flanked from behind by the Hulk. 97%. MR Pro with 2 members down. They try to close this out, but if they lose the point here, Invincible are on 90%. They could end it, but that's a lot of low members. Cadia goes down. Happy, going to get healed up to full, but the Adam Warlock is dropping low here. They're trying to push through. They're trying to force it, but Chopper is too tanky with all that healing. They're holding on for the point right now. Sorry, I hit the wrong button as Chopper is delaying as best they can. Fun has been taken out. That's a lot of the tankiness for Marv2lRiva1s Pro. Dobby with the Soul Rejuvenation keeping the team alive, but it's finally expiring and there's no other ultimates left. No Limit is out and down goes Chopper. Invincible are pushing through. Meteor M onto the backline. They get Dobby 94, 95 and Invincible in their last moment. Hulk leaping, but gets stunned out. Round 1 of Bearded T'Challa goes over to Invincible. The healer meta has entered into this matchup. It's the Venom, Adam, Warlock, Revive, Star-Lord meta in NA. The Iron Man, Hulk meta in NA. What do we have over here in Asia? We have heals for days. Look at that. They're not even stepping out of the door because they're afraid of someone picking a Hulk and locking them out. Felix Getting that little bit of extra tankiness for the team. They're not going to commit to the full rocket here. Ooh, actually, ASDFD mixing it up. The Hela has been abandoned. They're still doing the triple heal strategy, but they've decided that Hela is not the option they want. They are going to go for Psylocke. Psychic invisibility. Wrapping into the background, but everyone takes the high ground, meaning that ASDFD can't really flank them safely. Has to wrap quite a bit further around. Good damage though onto the backline. Healed out quickly. ASDFD though has a distraction going on while their team is claiming the point. Hela into the sky right away as Happy 2. Goddess of Death into the choke point. Takes out Dobby. Meteor M blocking a lot of those hits. Chopper dropping very low here. Still going to be healed up, tanking through it. Happy 2, safe on the point, lands the double hit, takes out ASFD, but immediately healed up with the Karmic Revival. No Limit with the last of their remaining life force there, but immediately healed back up. Dance of the Butterfly coming in from ASAFD, and they take out a triple elimination, make it a quadruple. Invincible cleared off the point here, and finally, once again, slow but steady, the point taking ages to be captured at all. Oh god, if they keep going with this meta for the rest of the matches, if they go to 7 matches, I'm going to be here till midnight. It's already 2 PM, nearly 3. 2:49. Oh no. I don't know how many Europe games I'm going to be able to get in today. I need to get as many as possible before they reset the season, because I don't know what happens to the replays. ASDFD pressuring into the back line, but dashing away right off the bat. Nico with the Meteor M. Absorbed and tagged out by Chopper. They're absorbing as much damage as they can. MR Pro holding the point. They've lost No Limit, but they have the Cocoon. They'll be back in. Hulk Smash on the point to buy some time as Cadia goes down. Healing from Dobby as they drop that soul rejuvenation, keeping the team topped up. Trying to get onto the front line, taking out Nico. Even chasing Bruce all the way back to spawn. They let him go. No reason to just eliminate him there. He'll just get his Hulk back immediately in spawn. Might as well let him leave in banner form there. Force your opponents to bring in banner. At least for a little bit. Couple shots being taken out here. Dance of the Butterfly being immediately shut down, forcing ASDFD to back out. 84%. No Limit about to have the Karmic Revival, so can shut this down. Meteor M into the backline, but it's tagged beautifully by the Adam Warlock. Onto the point, Happy 2 into the air with that Goddess of Death with basically no health remaining, but everyone is tanking it so aggressively, and down they go. MR Pro maybe about to even up this map score as they are forcing Invincible off the point here. Map score 1-1. This is an intense grand final here. 2-2 in terms of maps. 1-1 on this individual map. The Imperial Institute of Science will decide which team goes to match point. And which one will have to win 2 more maps for victory. Back to the Hulk right away. Any adjustments to the composition? Looks like we're sticking with triple heals. Marv2lRiva1s, they held on to this. They held on to it for the first 2 rounds. Now they found it, and Invincible immediately just trying to pick it up on the spot. Chopper armoring up the team.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And they're going to begin their rotation out. Invincible. Same for them, exactly the same compositions. We've got the mirror match. Felix. Poke it away. Not going to be going too aggressively yet. No Limit was able to hold on to their Karmic Revival from last game. High ground currently being held by Invincible as the Hulks going to be dueling onto the point. Fun. Getting topped up here. And ASDFD sticking with that Psylocke. Dobby taking out the Lunar Snow on the side of Invincible. And again, MR Pro seem to have a little bit more experience with this as ASDFD onto the backline picks up the triple. There's no such thing as YouTube T-Tours, so you can't yell at me, but you absolutely can. I apologize. It's hard to keep track of everything at once when you're casting and observing. No Limit. Wrapping around. They're trying to just pick off anyone who is on the flank here. Position taken by MR Pro. Nico making their way in. Protection onto their Hulk, but an unbreakable guard from the Hulk as well as they pressure in. Hulk smash from Invincible as Nico is forced back, leaving that Hulk all alone. They're trying to push through it. Ignore the Hulk, get the damage output, get the value. Felix with the Fate of Both Worlds is helping them tag through as they force Hulk off the point. Happy though, was able to snipe ASDFD on the side. Hulk leaping in. Protection is good from the Soul Rejuvenation on the side of MR Pro. Fate of Both Worlds from Invincible, keeping their team up as well as the teams once again trading their ultimates for tankiness to absorb any initial burst. Chopper with the Meteor M, but it is counter-absorbed. Goddess of Death from Happy 2, raining pain onto the supports. Picking up one, picking up two, No Limit. Gonna revive immediately there. Dobby also coming back thanks to the Cocoon, but Invincible snowballing this time. They've taken out Felix, Nico, and Dobby, forcing MR Pro back to base. Invincible looking so strong. Finally starting to get the hang of this. And this Hela definitely working for them. They're still able to land those headshots, and when they can, if they can do it quick enough, then the healing may not be on cooldown. Look at that, almost half of that Psylocke's hit pool. Right off the bat. Happy 2. Getting dove, pulling back, gonna retreat. Staying safe. They have Astral Flock at the ready, so they have an escape here. Hulk smash from Fun, trying to get into that backline. There is that Astral Flock, allowing them to wrap around, but there's still a lot of members of MR Pro here. Trying to defend. ASDFT with a Dance of the Butterfly, going to try and get onto that backline, but they again tag through it. They did not have any of their big heal ultimates there, but they still had enough healing. ASDFT trading healing for damage. They're going to get taken out here. Felix trying to keep the team healed up here as Invincible. They're actually starting to gain momentum. They've caught up on percentage. Taking down Fun. Forcing MR Pro to wait for the respawn. They tag through the best they can. Happy 2. Pressuring onto the point. Doing good damage. Trying to push through the best they can here. Taking out Chopper. 96, 97, Karmic Revival from No Limit to try and get those revives to keep them on the point. Felix gonna step on to keep that overtime going along with Fun. No one going down, so the revives not working out in their favor. But we're down to that final overtime. They've got to tank it. Here comes Happy 2. Once again, it's that Goddess of Death taking out ASDFD, who went for the Hela of their own. Revives from Invincible to keep them back in the fight if needed. Nico takes out Felix, and Invincible are about to go up in this series as Nico takes out Chopper. The bodies are falling. There's a banner left as Fun is taken out for style points at the end. And match point is now in favor of Invincible. Invincible. They have gathered the strategy. They've taken MR Pro's strategy and are now starting to not just get better at it, they're starting to pick up wins with it. ASDFD, 12 eliminations, 19 for Happy 2. Starting to really get going on this Hela. A solid 10k damage more than anyone else in the game. When we have 3 healers, the healing competition gets a little bit more hype, but still Felix coming out on top there with 55k healing. 34 eliminations by Happy 2 to go with those 19 final hits. Just showing how dominant they are. Damage blocked. Going to be going over 52k to Fun. Solid performance by these teams. Match point for Invincible. 1 win away from becoming your first Marvel Rivals Championship Asia Champions. See you all in a moment as I'm going to set up for game number 6. Shinshibuya is the map of choice. Invincible, 1 win away from being your Asia champions. And MR Pro have just had their special triple support strategy fall for the first time. It got them back into the series. But can they close it out? So far, bans pretty much the same as we've been seeing. Invincible. What do they secure? What's working for them? I think that's fair. After last game, I think that's super fair. Happy 2 really showing up there. That was some incredible Hela. Finally able to start clicking on those heads and get the advantage they need. And a Warlock going to be secured for MR Pro. Seems to be the key feature of this triple support. It's got good damage. The revives are good. A little bit of damage spread to really maximize that AoE healing. Hawkeye going to be removed. They don't want to deal with Hela and Hawkeye. It's, again, what Invincible tried on Yggdrasil Path, but they decide that it doesn't matter. They just don't want to deal with it anyway, even though they did beat it. And Wolverine taken out once again. Almost the exact same bans as last time. ASDFD thinking about their options for their damage dealer here. They could go for the full revive composition here with the solo damage being the Star-Lord here. But that is Star-Lord against a hit scan hero in the form of Hela, making it a little bit more difficult. Even if you have that leader's soul to give you that cocoon revival ability, will it turn into value? They are going to be hovering it. Looks like they're willing to give it a go. Oh, hello. Actually, have they decided to abandon the strategy? No limit on the Hela. Felix creating armor for the team. And it looks like MR Pro, they feel confident in beating their own strategy. There we go. All right, they decided against it. ASDFD. I was about to say that was risky. ASDFD back onto the Hela. No limit. Back onto the Adam Warlock.
2, 1.
Invincible setting up their defenses.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Perhaps I should have
Just
stayed.
being patient, waiting for their opponents to come to them. The sidewall, as usual, being destroyed. Good damage coming in right off the back here by Invincible for their defense. Remember, if they win this, they are your champions. Marv2lRiva1s Pro, they need to push on in. Once again, we're going to see a very slow start due to the fact that everyone has 1,000,000 health because they're always being healed. Although, sniped out the air, happy. Getting the final hit onto No Limit, but with no small amount of help from Nico. Getting two, in fact, takes out Fun and ASFD and No Limit and Happy too. Popping off here. They get Felix and Domi. And yeah, Invincible. They've got the hang of it. They absolutely wipe MR Pro. Happy back into the defensive position. Getting stunned out by the Hulk, but the damage is not there. They're able to sneak away. Utilizing that Astral Flock to get out of danger. They're still being dove, but they have all the healing in the world here. Fun, getting focused down a little bit here. Chopper. Also getting focused. Meteor M on the point, onto Domi, but it tanks thanks to the fate of both worlds. And Invincible, they're starting to drop a little low here as MR Pro pushing in, but there's the fate of both worlds of their own tanking through so they can step onto the point. Happy too, taken out. Cadia dropped low. The Adam Warlock barely standing with 93%, which means Happy will not be returning into this fight. And MR Pro, they lose ASDFD. And they've lost their main damage output as well. So even though Invincible, they lose their damage dealer, it's an even trade. They're able to force back the squishier members. Chopper, Meteor M into the building, but again, it's tanked through. Hulk Smash coming out from Fun to try and guarantee the rest of this push. Diving deep, trying to just stop anyone, but they're all over the other side. Relentless pressure though. Delay, distract, keep everyone out here and off the point, and they're doing a good job of that. Nico goes down. And it looks like this point will be going over to MR Pro, as that card will be activated. Good start by MR Pro. Happy. Taking a lot of damage there. ASDFD showing that they are no slouch. In fact, getting Cadia as well. ASDFD feeling bad that Happy was able to show off at the start of that game and is now getting some of their own. Looking to try and finish off Nico here, but Nico behind the building, able to get out of danger. ASDFD dropping low, getting sniped, forced to the low ground. Healed back up to full. Nico pressuring for their team. Happy too with that Goddess of Death at the ready. Poking away, pressuring. Chopper. A little bit of damage, but nothing too serious yet. Nice! Picking off No Limit. No Limit does have that cocoon, so they can return into the fight very quickly if they want to. The Hulk Smash coming out from Invincible. And Marv2lRiva1s Pro continue to push their way in here. Happy. Looking for the flank here, just continuing to poke away. Meteor M to absorb some hits. Snipes No Limit again, so no revives at the ready. Domi is taken out as well. And Invincible are going to shut down this push from MR Pro. The 1v1! Soul Cypher to finish the job. Invincible shut this down with 2 minutes to go. MR Pro. They still have a chance to make it to tier 2 here. But Invincible, they're putting up quite a fight here. Good damage coming in from Chopper. Trying to set them up. Quite a lot of damage, but will continue to get healed up. The Hulk trying to split the team in two, though. Leap past, lock down the team, cause damage, cause the distraction. The healing is coming out. Fun into the Hulk smash. Happy on the flank as Chopper is trying to deal with them. Happy 2 into the air. Trading. Absorbing it with the Meteor M, meaning the Happy 2's Goddess of Death did basically nothing there, and they are forced to Astral Flock away. They will get finished off.
Only 60 seconds left.
And MR Pro, their push continues as they came out very ahead in that fight. No Limit, keeping the team topped up. Astral, the Cosmic Cluster. Maximizing damage output, healing the team. Need to be careful. They have the revive if needed. Fate of both worlds being dropped by Invincible, trying to hold the cart here. Are we going to see the Karmic Revival? They're being pushed back, but are we going to see anyone going down? There's the Meteor M. Dodge, but No Limit is getting dove on by the Hulk. They need some protection in order to cast this before, in case they get wiped out and don't have that body revive positioning. They're pushed off the point. 13 seconds left. If they're going to make a play, they've got to do it now. You can see the charge up. They know that their moment has to come. They've got to touch it with 5 seconds remaining. Trying to deal with the Hulk, who is flanking once again. They've been able to touch for the overtime. That's a very squishy looking fun on that Hulk. No Limit. Holding it to the last possible moment so that they can maximize their opportunity. Healing the team. They're dropping their own healing abilities first. They've got the Fate of both worlds. Cadia dropping the Soul Rejuvenation for their team as No Limit is going to try and push onto that front line. As into the sky, ASDFT is trying to burn through the defense with that Goddess of Death, taking out the structure that's been offering them any cover. No Limit continuing to hold. Happy 2 dropping low, but they're getting healed up so quickly. ASDFT getting healed and protected by the Soul Rejuvenation as they push on through. No Limit trying to blast. That overtime is being held. Meteor M, No Limit needs to get that Karmic Revival, but they're being tugged in by the Hulk. Once again, they need space. They need freedom, but their team is getting picked off. They're going to cocoon. They've got to get back in this. They need to get their team back in this. Here comes the Karmic Revival. They're getting a load of people back, but can any of them touch the point is the question. The Hulk body blocking them in the building. No Limit can't reach. And that's going to be the shutdown of the push. Great job by Invincible's Hulk, walling off the escape in the building. So while Karmic Revival came out, they could not escape to get onto that point. And now it's down to Invincible. They've set themselves up. It's not an easy push, this. But just over 100 meters. 3 ticks on a point control. And 100 and I believe 9 meters stand between Invincible and immortality in the history books. Let's see if they can do it. Invincible looking to close this out to become your first Marvel Rivals Asia champions. Season 0, Doom's rise could be Invincible's rise.
Get ready.
If they can close this out.
There's the big fella.
3 points to Free Spider 0.
Soon enough.
109 meters. And they have chosen as their weapon of choice to try and close it. They are abandoning, they're sticking with the triple support, but instead of Hela, their damage dealer is looking like it will be Iron Man.
Securing the mission area is your top priority.
Being very patient, rotating up, keeping it hidden. Deny your opponent's information for as long as possible. Why would they look up this high when Hela can't get this high usually? Going to be upgrading, sieging onto the front line, and their team is already engaged. They bought them enough time and a little bit of distraction, so the Happy can try and get the damage output, which they are whittling away. Cadia drops down, immediately being forced to revive with the Cocoon. Chopper getting melted, at least a little bit. They have the Hulk for the combo here. Now, this is a little bit risky. Happy, if they get popped by Hela here, as Hela has that hit scan ability, make it a little harder for Happy to dodge. But they are still looking. Chopper is in the air. Nico dropping low as they're taking a lot of damage here. They're not able to step onto the point as of yet. 2 minutes 57 left. The tankiness of MR Pro playing up. ASDFD dropping a little bit low. Here comes the fate of both worlds for Felix. Buying a little bit of time. Soul Rejuvenation for Cadia so that they can try and keep contesting. Fun going for the Hulk smash. If they can try and keep Invincible off the point, then Marv2lRiva1s are taking us to a final map. Happy sent out the pulse cannon, took out Felix on the backline, and it looks like Invincible are in a great position to try and just activate this right off the bat here. They're pressuring in. Invincible want to close this out. Karmic Revival for No Limit, bringing their team back into the fight so they can try and defend this at the first point. Meteor M for the defense there, takes out the banner. First tick on the objective. 1/3 of the way through to the objective being activated. Hela activating the Goddess of Death to try and take out the damage, try and take out Cadia. They're able to get it, but now Iron Man is on them. They get the shield from the Magneto, which is able to protect them. But this will be Invincible's push, getting a little bit lower, but they have their own Karmic Revival, bringing back the team. Happy 2, melting Chopper. And with 3 people being taken down there, Fun sent onto Banner and then to the afterlife. Invincible activate the cart. And this series right here, right now, comes down to 109 meters and 11 centimeters. If Invincible can beat that distance, then they win. If Marv2lRiva1s can hold them still, the Pulse Cannon takes out Dobby. Happy getting frozen out, but still in the fight. Oh, hello! Flying Hulk delivery shuts that down. Excuse me, I've been casting for days now, non-stop, just trying to get these replays done. Cadia pushing in, buying time. They've swapped off of that Iron Man now. Happy 2, bringing out the Hela of their own. 65. They are over halfway there. The healing coming out from the best of both worlds once again for both teams. Tanking through the majority of the beginning of this team fight. ASAFD takes out Happy 2 in the initial duel. MR Pro looking to take us to a map number 7. They're healed. They're protected. They're waiting for their opportunity to strike. Cadia to the high ground. I apologize if y'all can hear the helicopter that's decided to fly overhead midway through my cast. Inconsiderate. How dare they not know that I'm yelling at a video game? Protection. Invincible. Backing out. Holding the line. Healing the team. As Fun in that Hulk smash form is creating a lot of pressure, doing a lot of damage here. Not able to finish off anyone though, barely getting away. Invincible's banner will return as Hulk is finished off. MR Pro creeping forward, Cadia taking out Felix. Happy 2 healed up. Doing as much damage as they can, trying to melt through. Here comes the Karmic Revival from Felix, bringing back MR Pro. Chopper taking out the Adam Warlock, though, as they return to the high ground. They have their own Karmic Revival here, so they could try and figure out their team, which may be needed because they've already lost 2 members. They're being focused by Fun, though, which is going to shut down the attack of Invincible as their members fall. Invincible's push will be shut down here with 1 minute to go. The pressure being applied. Hulk buying time. 57 seconds to make it just over 30 meters. Meteor M from Nico, trying to take out the Hella, but no, the Astral Flock protects them, but Hella still taken out. ASDFD is wiped off the board as Invincible begin to push in, looking to close out this series, but in the meantime, Hulk is on the backline. Fun is buying time. They'll pop back into... No, they'll actually activate the Hulk smash just in time before transforming. Doby is dropping low as Hella is raining pain from above. Happy2 trying to finish off some of those defenders as Fun continues to delay. It doesn't matter how many of those backline members that we see Invincible take out. If Fun stops that cart moving, then overtime is just going to creep closer and closer. The cart's moving again. 88, 89, 90. 19 meters to go. Pushing in. Ultimates that are available. Karmic Revival for the side of Invincible. Cadia has that Soul Rejuvenation. Phoenix going to be activated. The best of both worlds. Happy is taken out. So Karmic Revival comes back, bringing Happy back into the fight so that they can join their team and be the damage that they need. They pressure forward. Down goes Banner as the Karmic Revival expires. Not able to save them. Numbers in their favor. Chopper, Meteor able to the backline. Takes out the Lunar Snow. Here comes the Goddess of Death from ASDFD to try and shut down the attack on the overtime. 93 meters. Or's already down, but is there anyone else on the point? ASDFD is going to back away. Hulk coming in from base. Lunar Snow rushing in. Happy2 can't make it. Distance advantage for MR Pro. They take the extra point, meaning we are heading to a map number 7 in this grand finals between Invincible and Marv2lRiva1s Pro. Great performance from both teams. 22 eliminations for ASDFD, 20 for Happy2. Damage topped out by ASDFD, 35k. Really busted out damage numbers. 17k damage for both Adam Warlocks, by the way. Doing not half bad. Damage blocked. Victory will be taken by Nico this time. 27k. No, sorry, I read that wrong. 51k for damage blocks. They are still the one who comes out on top. Healing-wise, pretty convincing win by Felix. Once again, 49,000 healing. They are crazy on this Lunar Snow. I'm not going to waste much more of your time. I'm going to jump into a break so I can get us into game number 7 as quick as possible. So I will see you all in but a moment. Those previous maps may well be considered void and null, as we are heading to Symbiotic Surface. Someone's going to yell at me about that joke, not because they don't get it. I believe I said it wrong, not on purpose. Hopefully I get out ahead of it there. First ban, Doctor Strange. Second ban, Namor. It's like I can see the future! These teams do the same freaking thing every time so far. Here's where it can get a little bit mixed up, though. Where stuff can change around a bit. But Adam Warlock, will be saved, protected by MR Pro. Game number 7 of this best of 7. Hella taken out of, taken into the save location. Good job, Brain. Very good words. 10 out of 10. The Hella has kind of been the saving grace for both of these teams at one point or another. Psylocke taken out of action. Psylocke, as we've seen before, great one of the heroes who can do great into Hella if you get the right angle. And there goes Hawkeye. Very familiar bans. Very familiar saves. And I suspect, very familiar drafts. Dobie starting with a hover onto the Jeff. Very interesting here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is where we find out who becomes the champion for the Asia region. No pressure at all for these teams, except for all that pressure that they're going to be feeling. Going to a game number 7. Symbiotic service. Convergence map, get on the point. Activate that hive and make your way in. Looking at these two teams. Invincible. According to the research done by Liquipedia, shout out to them. Full South Korean team. Kadia, Happy, Nasty Gnome, Neko, Teru, and Toby. Whereas MR Pro, also South Korean, ASDFD, Doby, Arns, Chopper, Fun, Dansim, and Felix. I don't know which is which, sadly, so we'll just have to deal with what we have. Comps, pretty much identical to what we've been seeing so far. Getting some good damage output here. No limit. Piling on pressure. Getting some good damage output here. Really landing these cosmic clusters, actually. Getting some good DPS here. Fun. Dropped low. Invincible on the attack. Getting stunned down, but they are still pushing in. Slow and steady. Maximizing their percentage with the healers. The fact that both these teams are utilizing almost the exact same picks. It all comes down to a skill matchup, and both these teams have shown they can come out on top there. Down goes Banner as Invincible. Their first initial push will be slowed to a stop. That was ironic timing, game lag. Once again, that is server lag due to not the server itself being bad, but due to me being very far away from it. Nothing wrong with the system at all. It is purely due to me being on about 2 continents away, no matter which direction you go. Shots coming in from No Limit.
I am ready to put on a show.
Really piling on the damage here. ASDFD was sniped off here as Happy coming in from above, trying to secure their space on the point. They've got 4 bodies here as they try to take down the Hulk. Hulk smash, though, to zone them off. Goddess of Death from ASDFD. Same for Happy, too, as they match each other. Taking out ASDFD first. Send them back to their main body. Astral Flock, and down from above, picking up the triple there. Happy, too. May have just secured their team their first point, but they're still fighting. Now, this is the fun part about this particular map type. The timer is ticking down, but both teams are so tanky. Does it matter? Because they're just going to absorb damage forever. Felix looking very low, finally going to be finished off here. Invincible. Slow and steady onto the point. Chopper finally going to be taken out here. Point 2 taken. Banner trying to land some shots so they can transform, but the pod is active, and down goes No Limit, sent into that cocoon. Fun who tried to go for a dive. Staggered just a second. And then picked off. The cart moving up. Marv2lRiva1s needing to defend this is Invincible. Look to maximize distance. Set themselves up for a strong win. Lot of damage being dealt by Happy 2 here. Chopper holding down the line for the team. Happy dropped low, immediately healed back to full essentially. Fate of both worlds from Invincible as they push on. The Chopper able to snipe onto the back, taking out the Adam Warlock. Counter coming in from the side of Invincible. We're back into the healers, just burning ults to trade sustain. No limit. Knocked down into Cocoon once again as they're taken out by Cadia. Quickly reviving. They still have this revive. They have the Karmic Revival. Same with Invincible. A little bit of damage onto the Hulk. Now dealing with the front line, keeping them top so the back line can try and stay safe. Invincible. They're making a lot of distance here. The dance in, dance out rotation that we have to see from MR Pro to get onto the cart, back up so that their healers can stay safe and then get back in. Great start by Lunar Snow. Hulk smash, no limit, is in danger, getting focused out here, knocked through the air, needs help, but no one is there to protect them. Hela, Goddess of Death, trying to siege the rest of that backline. There comes the extra protection from the Fate of both worlds, but Dobie stepped out of it, gets blasted here as Happy has got their team some momentum. Karmic Revival coming out as they continue to push their way in, trying to make their way onto the point. Meteor M not finding anyone, but they bring back their Lunar Snow. The card is moving slowly, but again, they take out a couple. But the rest of the members of MR Pro are so tanky that they just can't get rid of all of them. And their team's able to rotate back in before they all need to. Before they all go down. Down goes Nico. No limit, still holding on to this Karmic Revival. 52 seconds remaining. As MR Pro backing up to their defensive position. Little bit far forward for Chopper and Fun as they try to make sure that no one can keep up. Keep him back here. No one can get onto the point. Chopper removing at least a little bit of an opportunity for them to take the high ground to get in there. Hulk going for the wraparound though, as Chopper will attempt to deal with that by taking them on in the 1v1. Forcing them to leap away, but we're still seeing Hulk leap onto the point, making sure that they are there for the overtime if need be. It's slow, it's steady. Ults mostly available though for MR Pro, so they have a much better opportunity to try and shut this down. Fun. Getting focused down, gets the shielding from the Magneto. Attacking it, Karmic Revival for no limit. Even though Hulk was on them, they sleep it to buy the extra time. Here comes the Goddess of Death to try and turn this round. ASDFD dueling it here, but they are popped into the Astral Flock. They go down here, even with the healing. Meteor M onto the backline takes out the Adam Warlock. 1 for 1, 2 for 1. The Cocoons both available. Meteor M onto the backline, finds no one, but Felix gets a pick up. The double revive from Invincible as both the Mantis and the Adam Warlock had their Cocoon at the ready. Means they are able to return, same with no limit. But the numbers are starting to look in favor of Invincible as they look to push in to this tier 2. Chopper dropping low. Is anyone left to hold? The answer is yes. No? That took a little bit to activate there. But we are still moving. Invincible begin making their way in towards that point number 3 to get the full cap. Would be a dream for them to try and secure victory in this series. Soul Siphon from ASDFD. A little bit of damage, but nothing to sing about yet. Once again, the teams just brawling back and forth. Hulk trying to pressure the backline. Invincible buying time. Hulk smash once again. Immediately slept. Buy the time. Delay it out. But the damage doesn't matter though. Brutal dive. They pop back into banner, but they got the double elimination for that, meaning it's probably worth. Here comes the counter. Dobby revives from the cocoon. Hulk is still staying alive. Fun in their Hulk smash as well. Buying time takes out banner. Karmic Revival on the side, coming out from Invincible to keep their team going, to keep this push going. Meteor M onto the Adam Warlock, but they tag through it. Absorbing the hits, 10 seconds to go. Karmic Revival from No Limit, but they're sniped from behind, meaning those revives are not going to get value. ASDFD popping into the Goddess of Death to make sure they can try and get some damage onto the backline so that they can keep their team up, but they are sniped out of the sky immediately by Happy2, who has a beautiful flank working through those defending members of MR Pro. But MR Pro still getting the work done. Astral Flock to try and dodge out a little bit of damage. The card creeping forward, 122. It's still overtime. The respawns are coming out from Invincible, but that card is making its way in for the final. Someone needs to touch it to hold it, and they are going to make it in. Venom, last second swap by Enely Chopper to try and keep them back in this game. They bring out the Venom as the second tank. They are tanky. They are beefy. The shield is big. But they gotta stay on the point. The frenzied arrival buying them that extra time. 1 meter and 7 left. But no! Venom swings off the point!
0, 2, 3.
The risk of Venom
Including
and Invincible take the 3, meaning it's now all down to MR Pro. They now have 0 choice but to get a full 3 push. If they do that, we head to the tiebreaker. If not, then it's all over. And Invincible will be our first champions. Invincible, they've done all they can in terms of pushing at this stage. Now it is time to be their namesake. They must stand firm. They must stand tall. For if they don't, Marv2lRiva1s Pro will find the tiniest weakness and exploit it. The tiniest gap and snowball it. ASDFD will find those heads and pick them off. No Limit will keep their team up and do huge damage with that Cosmic Cluster. Invincible on the defense for what might be the last time if they can hold it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget,
The Hulk.
securing the mission area is your top priority.
Shot down range, finds no one. Lead back to the team. Managed to avoid taking a single bit of damage there. Nice. Fun. Rotating in. Quick radioactive lockdown there. Fun. Try to find the right angle, destroying a little bit of terrain so that they can see if they can get a sneaky way in here. They're taking a little bit of damage from it. There comes the Unbreakable Guard. Fun. Going to be making their way forward. Trying to get into the backline, but they've been successfully able to do so, but they're taking a lot of damage. Forced to back up. Unbreakable Guard. Keeping them upright. They're tanking through for the moment. No percentage going over to MR Pro yet. They're still tanking. But Invincible currently living up to their name. Fun getting healed up. Happy, the first to fall in this fight. Nico dropping low, but again, the healing numbers too high. Both teams going to be burning the fate of both worlds. Get that protection out so that they can duel and make sure that neither one takes the advantage. ASDFD getting stunned down, but is still landing those hits, but can't finish anyone yet. ASDFD wrapping around for the defensive position. No Limit forced into that cocoon. Astral Flock into the Goddess of Death to give them some time. The ability to tank up Meteor M from Nico to try and buy the time, and they snipe it. Felix, No Limit, and ASD are taken out. Invincible. They hold before a single tick is taken. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes until Invincible can say that they are champions. Unless MR Pro have anything to say about it. They creep forward. Ultimates coming off cooldown rapidly for MR Pro. No Limit. Karmic Revival. Meteor M for Chopper. All at the ready. Karmic Revival and Goddess of Death for Invincible. Could be the tools they need. Making their way forward. Chopper. Buying time. Delaying. Healing. Make sure their team is topped up. Happy 2. Has a pretty good flank angle, but here comes Fun. Keep that hella busy, doing good damage. Indestructible guard, but Fun may have been of more than they can chew here. Pops back into banner. They're being chased down by the other Hulk, but they did survive. Felix, once again, with the fate of both worlds. Katie are going to be dropping the Soul Resurgence to keep their team in this fight. Dobie. Happy, dropping the Goddess of Death onto the backline, but they're popped out of it. Chopper with the Meteor M finds no one. Happy 2 is sniped down. We could see the Karmic Revival. Meteor M sniping the backline, takes out No Limit, and immediately the Karmic Revival comes out from Invincible so that they can take a mad advantage. They push onto the point, team being topped up, fighting tooth and nail to push back the members of MR Pro. Down into that cocoon, and Invincible, even with the revives, even with No Limit returning from base, we are seeing momentum, the full team wipe coming out. MR Pro, with 10 seconds remaining, the cart is active. 2 minutes and 30. Plus overtime. Goodbye, ASDFD. Whoever came up with that name is sadistic. No Limit. Healing up the team for the moment.
A nice deep freeze.
Pressuring Soul Bond. Keeping the team topped up once again. We're in a very slow meta here. The team's just being forced to creep further and further forward as everyone just burns ults in sequence to try and tank through. But Hulk pops back into banner form. Tanking through though, and they're already back to Hulk. That was so much damage. Meteor M from Nico trying to get onto that backline, but again, it is just tagged through. ASFD into the Goddess of Death, as is Happy 2. Happy 2 going to be a stay there though. Damage output is good, but YouTube Dobie able to keep the team alive with the Soul Resurgence. Soul Rejuvenation is good. Gamma Shield, the indestructible guard. Onto Dobie, pushing forward. No Limit dropping low, but is being healed up very effectively here. Invincible, they have their Karmic Reviver back. Chopper, lot of damage being taken, but they're trusting their healers. Continuing to move forward, even though their hit points are dropping low. Finally pulling back. Quick shield, Karmic Revival coming out from Invincible, bringing Nico back into the fight, as is Happy 2. This allows Invincible to get their defensive position. No Limit. Currently the only one on the cart, as everyone else is wrapping around. A lot of damage popped into Cocoon. Karmic Revival at the ready though, and their team might need it as there's a lot of health bars that are beginning to look a little skinny here. Trying to get onto Hulk. The protection once again from Magneto. They've got the fate of both worlds, protecting both teams right now. The car continues to move. Meteor M from Nico. No Limit tanking through it. Hella into the air. Happy 2 trying to burn through them, but they're immediately shut down. Meteor M, direct hit onto them. Adam Warlock of Invincible. And MR Pro, they just need to get rid of that Hulk because everyone else is basically down. Mantis was thinking about reviving on it, decides to just get eliminated. And it looks like MR Pro taking us to a tier 2, meaning we are now
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up.
1 point away from a tiebreaker in this grand final. MR Pro pushing in. Good damage. Once again, that Cosmic Cluster getting absolute work done. ASDFD on the flank, trading hits. Makes a not so advantageous trade, so it has to be healed up by the team, but they're still there.
60 seconds left.
Trying on to Happy if they can. Fun. Forcing them out. And there it is! ASDFD utilizing Happy as the ferret, basically, to force that little rabbit out of base. Happy revived by the Karmic Revival, though. No limit pops down, meaning that they're not able to respond in time. ASDFD pushing forward. Trying to get the damage output, but again, the healing is just too much. MR Pro with 30 seconds left have been forced off of the cart, but they are still here. Refusing to go down. Happy 2 dropped so low, but healed up just so quickly by their team. Fun back into that Incredible Hulk form. And it's gonna come down. The Meteor M from Nico. ASDFD goes down, as does No Limit, but No Limit, remember, has the Cocoon and immediately going to try and revive. Nico is going deep. Karmic Revival to try and bring him back in. The team comes back in full. ASDFD, the only one they cannot reach, they cannot get to. YouTube Dobby is taken out, but they're still trying to hold the point on overtime as Invincible are buying all the seconds they can. But Hulk is here. Chopper trying to hold through it, but down they go. Invincible, they have the numbers. ASDFD is trying to buy it. Fun is trying to buy it. The time is ticking down. There is the Goddess of Death. The timer is still being held. They just won't give up. Dobby healing up the team. The healers are here, and they are here to strategize. And the strategy is, please don't go down. Please don't go down. Please touch that car as they push on MR Pro. They keep going with a slither, the tiniest possible point of overtime. But they are committing. They are so close. The finish line is within sight. They can take this to a tiebreaker. Chopper mirroring last time on defense, this time on attack. They don't have to worry about touching that card as much because they can go in as Venom, buying time, being tanky, being a delay. Hulk smash coming out from Fun to try and delay. That's bug, my mistake. It was in fact coming out from Invincible. Getting slapped, delaying. Trying to body them. Meteor M from Nico. Got a little bit of damage, but everyone's tacking through. The hit points of Invincible are dropping low, but the healing is coming out with the Soul Resurgence from YouTube Dobby and from Cadia as both of them try to buy time for their teams. Happy 2 has that Goddess of Death. Gonna be activating it. Trying to take out the backline. ASDFD into the Astral Flock. Trying to save them out of the air, but no, Happy 2 is taken down. Felix goes down, though, for MR Pro. ASDFD into the Goddess of Death of their own, trying to wipe out the defenses, trying to kill them off there, pushing on through. ASDFD looking for one. Fun takes out Luna Snow. Down goes Nico. Karmic Revival coming in for Invincible to try and turn this in their favor. Cadia returns. They have everyone coming back. Finally down goes Adam Warlock. It's right on the edge. Cadia revives, but they've made it. The touch is removed. Both teams in overtime as we head into the tiebreaker. Attack for Invincible to decide our champion. Invincible. All pressure on them to start. Both these teams inches away from being your first Asia champion on Symbiotic Surface here. Going to be moving out MR Pro. Moving into their defensive positions.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
No one escapes the inevitable.
Making their way forward. No limit. Has been putting on an absolute clinic here. Chopper, with their body, they have held carts. They have wiped out bodies.
Starts in 5, 4,
And they have got their team
2,
within touching distance.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area. Only 60 seconds.
Invincible. They're going to begin their push right off the bat here. Creeping in. A lot of damage from the high ground. The pressure for these teams right now must be immense. As they make their way onto the point. Already a lot of damage onto Nico. These teams get 1, maybe 2 pushes if they get picked off early. It's only a minute. Hulk sailing into the high ground as the Magnetos duel on the low ground. Fun arriving to protect Chopper. Nico stunned out, but holding the point. Fun pushed off here. Nico still on here. They've lost their Hulk. Felix taken out on the backline though. Everyone on the defense for MR Pro grouped up inside that choke point. We're on to overtime. The tick is coming in as we are seeing the push-up. Invincible holding the front line for the moment as Nico is putting on everything they can. Barely escaping. ASDFD, the main damage dealer, is able to escape into the corridor, meaning they do have that damage left available. Here comes the heals from both Mantises. Getting that soul rejuvenation. Keeping them going. Bodies on the point, currently 1 for MR Pro. Meteor M onto Fun, who tags through it beautifully, but it bought some time. Felix is tagging through once again as Fate of Both Worlds comes out from both teams. We're about halfway through the second capture point. We're about halfway through the overtime as Invincible trying to get people off that point. Meteor M, ASDFD is taken to the sky, but they're going to get sent back down to Earth. Rotating off the point, overtime continues to tick down. They take out Cadia on the back. Lunensaker happy, but Happy is forced to escape. Bodies on the point. 1 left. Chopper is holding it as best as they can for overtime. Trying desperately to stay here. But MR Pro trying to hold it as Invincible. They've got their body, they've got that Hulk smash to try and tag through it. Giving everything they can. Fun is the body, tagging the point. They're keeping anyone they can on here to try and get the healing going. A Fate of Both Worlds. Fun with the Hulk smash to buy time. We're down to a sliver of overtime and they force them off.
Score is 3-2-3.
56% capture progress at the end of overtime.
You'll need a top-notch
If
team.
MR Pro can get just over halfway, 57% capture progress, then they will be your Marvel Rivals Championship Asia champions for Season 0. It comes down to the first point. The triple support teams going for sustain. A battle of attrition between 2 titans. Marvel Rivals Pro and Invincible. Invincible once again having to live up to their name. Having to prevent a 56% capture. 56.2, 56.18, anything is enough. MR Pro,
The battle starts in 5,
seconds
4,
away
3, 2.
from ascendancy.
Don't forget. Securing
They
the
begin
mission
to
area
make
is
their
a
way
top
in,
priority.
looking to close this out. Pressuring in right off the bat. Fun finds the opposing Hulk. Invincible, forcing them to back up. Fun. Making their way in. Slow, steady. But they are making distance. Shield for the team. 30 seconds left. Point being touched by Chopper. The percentage will begin. Only a sliver. Overtime is what they are going to have to use here. So far, no one falling. For either team, I speak too soon. Down goes Adam Warlock. And Happy. Invincible. They're starting to fall. Adam Warlock comes back with the cocoon. Nico is going to have to put on a clinic there, but Nico goes down, meaning it's all down to the Hulk. Indestructible guard. But this has to be Indestructible Hulk down into Banner. Here comes the fate of both worlds to try and keep them upright, to try and stop that capture. ASDFD has fallen. No Karmic Revivals for either team yet. Hulk smash onto the point, but they push on in. Happy has done a last-second swap onto the Star-Lord to try and close this out. They get punched out, but they have that cocoon, which means an extra body on the board. A clutch final decision to try and keep them in this match. Overtime, ticking down, Meteor M, MR Pro, no bodies, they need to stay on the point. No Limit, healing up the Hulk as once again Fun is the last hope. Karmic Revival coming out from No Limit, brings back Chopper. There's the Karmic Revival, not available yet for Invincible as they drop their Hulk smash to give them that extra couple seconds as they hold it to the point. Galactic Legend for Invincible to try and turn it. No Limit revives, Happy takes out No Limit, YouTube Domi is down, and that is gonna be it! The Galactic Legend is enough. They force them off the point, and Invincible, they are your Marvel Rivals Championship winners for the Asia region. Happy to. Well-deserved MVP, although shout out to both Hulk players. What a tournament! What a series between these two! The last second switch to the Star-Lord, an extra body targeting people from above on that final point was a stroke of genius. Happy to. Well-deserved MVP, 28 final hits as they claim victory. 80,000 healing from the Lunar Snow. Felix, though, once again, topping out numbers with 91k healing. Damage blocked, barely being won by Fun. 87k. 67k, the top damage for Happy 2. 47 eliminations. 40 assists for Kania. 45 for Domi. These two teams could not be more evenly matched. But it's a last-second switch, a last-second with everything on the line idea that has taken Invincible over the edge. They are your champions. Our final rankings in third place. Mimiak. Incredible performance to get this far. Incredible work to do what they did to get to this stage. No shame in second place, especially after a performance like that. We'll do it one more time. Marv2lRiva1s. MR Pro. They take second place. But your champion of Asia, it's Invincible with the 4-3 forever cemented in history. That is it for my coverage of the Asia region for Season 0, unless of course I've run out of replays, but there are still some for me to find. I hope you've all enjoyed. Starting tomorrow, assuming I can get all the replays recorded and my throat didn't die from doing this final, we begin with the Europe semi-finals. So make sure that you subscribe and you hit that bell icon. Netties, if you're watching, Thank you for making such an amazing game. Thank you for giving us esports with a good spectator feature right off the bat. Hit me up. I want to work for you, but also I just want to give you a big old hug. I love this. I love this so much, guys. You have no idea. Guys, girls, and everyone in between, thank you all for watching. I have been Tetcher. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know which region you think is the strongest. And I will see you all tomorrow, where we dive into Europe.